fan back on. Thanks, BJ. Thanks, Brian and Patsy, for coming. I'm a little disappointed Erica couldn't make it, but she's fighting a good fight for us, and she'll be back at one of our future events. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. It's really humbling, and I'm really honored that you all showed up. We got a long road ahead of us. We're going to fight the good fight. I'm one of my, as DJ told you, I'm a retired Air Force officer, and we're on a mission to search and destroy marked meadows. And I do mean search, because nobody ever sees him around here. So we will find him and we will get him. That's how it's going to work. And I've also, as BJ mentioned, we're basketball officials, and I often tell people, basketball officials put a good training for getting into politics, because no matter where you go, half the building disagrees with you on everything you do. So I'm used to that by now. I'm used to being called all the names and that sort of thing. So I'm going to keep this short, but basically, I'm running because I miss the America that I grew up in, quite frankly. I grew up on a farm in southern Indiana. I went in the Air Force when I was 19, lived all over the world. But growing up on that farm in southern Indiana teaches you a lot about teamwork and about hard work and about community, which is pretty much the same things that we call mountain they all use here in western North Carolina. And just to give you an idea of where I come from, my grandfather, when I was about in the 3rd or 4th grade, my grandfather lost his leg in a corn picker, about 3 inches below the knee. And they just barely got the ambulance there in time to save him and get him to the hospital. He got an artificial leg, and everything worked out pretty much okay. But the interesting thing was, that was during corn picking season, and he was in the hospital for a couple months. And so, I'll never forget it, when you're a 4th or 5th grade kid, you remember things like this. I remember everybody in the community, all the other farmers, would work all day in their fields. They would go home and eat dinner, and they'd come out and put the lights on the corn picker, and they'd come over and picked our corn and took it to town the next day to the elevator. That's where I come from. And my grandfather, thank you. I mean, we don't have that anymore. We're not about community. We're all about win and lose. We're all about left and right, and we're all about the rich and the have-nots and the top 1%. That's not what America is about. And we need to get back to the America that I grew up in, and that's why I'm running. And I am a fighter, and I'll tell you what, it's an uphill battle. We know we're in a pretty red district. We do have a lot of unaffiliateds. We're going to talk to them. We're going to talk to Republicans. We're going to get out there and talk to everybody. We've got to convince people. This is for you all too. When you're out there talking to people, let's forget about the R and the D and talk about the issues and talk about who you think is the person to go represent the interests of this district in Washington, D.C. Because the guy that's in there now is not doing it. And it's going to be tough, but I will tell you this. We may not win. I think we have a really good shot. But I will tell you this, and I will promise you this. If we don't win, I will guarantee you they will know they've been in a hell of a fight. And I come from a family of fighters, so I'll tell you about my grandfather. So he's laying in the hospital, just lost his leg in a farm accident. I'm in 3rd, 4th grade. I don't know what to say. I'm scared to death. I got to go see my grandfather laying in the hospital bed, and he's lost his leg. And we walked in, hey, how you doing? Okay, I'm great, I'm doing fine, I'm okay. He said, they're going to give me an artificial leg when I get better. They're going to give me an artificial leg, and I'll be able to walk and do everything. Well, that's good. He said, the first thing I'm going to do when I get that artificial leg? No. He said, I'm going to kick your butt. And that made everything okay. But that's the kind of guy he was a fighter, and he was not about himself, he was about everybody else. My grandfather, everybody on that side of the family, the same thing. So I miss that. I've got kids, I've got grandkids, most of you do too. I just want to be able to look them in the eye when they grow up a little bit older and understand what's going on in this country and in this world. When they look back to 2019 and 2020 and say, what the hell was going on back then? I have to be able to say, I tried. And we're going to try. We're going to hopefully do more than try. I need your help to get there. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the food. Thanks to Carolyn and the church for being here, by the way. And are we going to talk about the drawing? Okay, so everybody that puts in a contribution envelope at the end of the